Howdy y'all, it's Eric Cavley. Welcome back to my channel. And we're going to see if we can get our heroes back home to Targon Village. Successfully having performed this somewhat complicated task, or at least certainly deadly task, as so far over half of the hired mercenaries have met their fate. All right, so they will head from the mountains, and they're going to head on home. So let's. So this is going to be. That should be like day 8, probably. Yeah. So day 9. I forgot to write down to keep track of the days. So it's all a blur, man. It could be day 9, could be day 10. Who knows? So as they start heading back, they're going to. It's the hot season, so or the wet season. Sorry, so it's foggy and still. And as they come out of the mountains, what do they find? 9. Find a forest. All right, they move into the forest, and their daily encounter roll is going to be 2 hours in, so it will be in the forest. And they will end up, yeah, they'll end up running back to their place. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there it is. I was like, I couldn't find Targon Villages. Like, I know it's in that square, but my chicken scratch was working against me. All right, so they've entered a new square. What is the discovery? Wilderness discovery for entering a new square. So that's 5. Oh, a creature. All right, so they're not home. They're not safely home yet. What kind of creature is it? It's in the wilderness, so +1. 8. So it's a beast. All right, it's going to be. I'm going to say it's going to be earthbound. Unless I roll a 6, then it'll be a airborne. All right, so it is an earthbound. What kind of beast? 5, 4. A snail? Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I want to. I already done snail. Let's do something else. Reroll. I could flip those around, but I'm just gonna reroll 2, 4. Ooh, a cheetah. All right, so this is gonna be some kind of cheetah-like beast. It's bestial. Let's see. What is their reaction going to be? 4. May attack. So I think these, whatever this is, it's probably is going to be a threat. Oh, and once, I also forgot to throw in there last time. Once Rumble collapsed, the bag no longer produced anything. It's just an empty, moldering bag once the enchantment was gone. All right, so we have a cheetah who may attack, or a group of cheetahs. Let's see, what are their behavioral? 1, pack hunter only. All right, so it is a. They're more like a, say, like a pride of lions then. Okay, and what's it doing when we find it? Oh, it's returning home. All right, the details. How many are there? 5. So it's a pack of D6 plus 2. All right, so there's 6, and we'll just call these forest lions. or tree lions. How about that? We'll call them tree lions. I rolled a cheetah, so they probably look like cheetahs, but they're just beasts, so they don't have to be anything special. There's 6 of them. I don't think they're going to have a special ability. All right, so we'll make this like a. We'll just make it close. See if we have a lion here in the. Sorry, I'm leaning back, so I'm not showing. I'm not sharing the book with you. Sorry. Okay. Hypnotoad. I always want to do a Hypnotoad. I may just do one. I thought we had something that was like a lion in there. Two-foot-tall, playful cats. Oh well. All right. So let's see how big are these things. All right. So we'll say they're about average. Say that they're about wolf or dog size. Big big wolf size. Let's see. Just looking for something equivalent. Okay, bear is 5, boar is 3. All right, so I think we're just we'll make them level 3, and they're going to be, since they're agile hunters, they're going to be dexterity and wisdom. And we'll give them an AC of 13, and then a claw attack. Yeah, say D6. Claw and bite attack. Let's see. I need to look up. Look up something real quick, and you don't need to listen to me mutter. Well, you've been listening to me mutter for a while, but I'll give you a break. I was trying to determine if the monsters that have like multiple attacks listed, if those are just options or if they get that many attacks per turn. Just from some of these and my own preferences, I think I'm just going to do that. Those are the options. So, maybe I'll randomly determine which attack they use, but I think it's going to be one or the other. All right, now I rolled 6 of them. No, I should have just rolled everything while I had it paused there. So, but all right, so they are Dex Wisdom, so that's 3d6. They're level 3. All right, so 9, 13. Oh, where's the runt? Oh, maybe 7. That one's the runt. All right. And 10. All right. So these guys actually have some hit points in them. So this is going to be this might be an actual kind of a tough battle too. So let me set up and we'll run it. So I'm gonna mix things up. I'm gonna put our side on the left this time. And here are our triple duty wolves, because I don't have any cat miniatures. I think I've got some, like a dire lion or something, which would be fine, but I only have one. So, all right, so they're marching along, starting to feel good about themselves and the victory they had over these ancient mystical powers. And as they're walking, they they're reminded that they are still on the bottom of the food chain in some areas of the forest, and this is one of them. All right, so they hear that they hear that terrifying, that primally terrifying great cat scream, and it echoes through the forest. Let's see how prepared are they? I'm going to give them. Okay, so the cats were prowling silently. Our heroes have come forward, and so the animals. Now we're just going to go. That was like a perception roll beforehand. That was the actual initiative roll. Now we're going to do the initiative roll. All right, so let's see. They may attack. It says they may attack. I think there's especially since I wrote down all the hit points, I think there's a pretty good chance that they are going to attack. Yes. And they're going to attack with a vengeance. All right, so they start slowly approaching, getting ready, hissing and growling, and that will give them enough time to get at least one round of missile weapons off. All right. Arrow. Okay, so that's one hit from our longbowman. Ugh, what a graze. What a graze. These guys have 3 hit dice. You can't be doing 1 graze. All right, and then she. Okay, so her sling, she can't even get her sling untangled. Here they come! All right, so I'm going to say that's roughly about the sound. They come charging in as a pride. And the men are, they're terrified. They're getting ready to they're freaking out. Because, of course, these are pretty nasty dudes. But what are they going to do? They can't outrun them, so they got to fight them. All right, so he will rush forward. That's our good buddy. With a miss, here's our good buddy Spearman, Boz, I think. With a miss, and then there's Reese. Okay, so Reese at least gets a hit. Of course, he's only got I think he's only got a regular sword, so he's not going to do much. Our guys with the big weapons, they of course all miss. Ooh. All right, let's see. Reese. Yeah, he's got a short sword. Well, at least he got a good chunk out of it. Let's see. Can he control his horse enough? Okay, yeah. So he actually, he's gonna try to fight from his horse. So he's gonna, even though it's not really his thing, he doesn't want to get down on the ground. He's a little scared, so he's gonna charge forward, and he's gonna try to jab this one with his spear. Hey, all right. So he actually makes a little better showing than the first time he was in that last fight. So hit with advantage. Good gravy. The one guy he could have actually killed, and his advantage roll. 1 and a 2, people. Bad dice. Bad dice. And let's see. She's going to go ahead and try. She doesn't want to charge. She's going to try to. She's going to wish that she was strong enough to actually use a crossbow, but she's not. So she's going to try to stand up in her stirrups and use her less than effectual mace on that guy. Nope. Or not mace, but sling. Oh, actually, yes. Oh, I took this off the wrong guy, so Oh, actually, that guy did get killed. Okay. I marked the wrong guy. From Reese's attack, I took it off the last guy. Should have been second to last guy. So he actually did slash one. Jabbed his spear into, or jabbed his short sword into its throat. Let's see. She did hit that guy for 3. So again, not too bad of a hit. All right. Now it's their turn. And we're pretty much just lined up. I'll decide what he does next. He's probably going to go after Reese. Okay. Oh, all right, so he missed our guy. Okay, our buddy. Zon. What's his name? All right, so Zon. So he gets hit. Yikes. For 6. So he gets a good slash taken out of him. It's down to 3 hit points. Uh-oh. And let's see. Boz gets attacked. Let's see. I think Boz has... Okay, he has a miss. And then Reese gets attacked. Okay, so he gets hit for 3. All right. And then what's that one going to do? I'm going to say probably he sees Reese as being the closer threat, even though she bounced a rock off of him. So 1 or 2 against her, the rest against Reese. All right, so he's going to jump. He's going to charge Reese. And Reese is going to get hit again. Okay, so that time at least just a graze. All right, so they lost 1. I think after the next round, I'll probably make them try to go. All right, see if they make them give them a morale check because they don't like that. Okay, so very good. Come on, man. All right. So that's a 7 with his advantage roll. That guy had 6, so he spears this cat and it lets out a terrifying, blood-curdling scream and goes flopping away, pouring blood out of the wound in its side. Zon. That's a miss. And Boss. Oh, Boss gets a 20. So 7. Okay, so 12 against the third one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 12. So he gets a critical hit and he shoves his spear right down the thing's throat as it snaps and leaps at him. He jabs it and then flings it away. All right, Reese, what are you going to do? All right, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, well, he's got one of these two. He'll go after this last guy. All right, so we got him and a 4. So pretty good slash on that guy, on that forest line, but the forest line is still up. But they've lost half of their number, and I think being animals not being stupid, generally not wanting to stay until everyone gets skinned. I'm gonna give them a morale roll. Okay, yeah, that's a fail. So they immediately they howl and hiss and then back off. Well, let's see. I guess they should actually get. I don't know. I guess they would get an attack of opportunity. Run, miss, and then... Okay. So they they hiss and cuss and spit and then go running back off into the forest. Okay. So that's what, 180? Right. 18. Yeah. That's 18 hit dice worth of creatures as they go fleeing away. And I'll be honest, I was really expecting some more death out of that one, but hey, I won't complain. And I can't remember, I think that was just the discovery, right? I think that was just the discovery entering the hex. Yeah. Yep. Roll the creature. That's what it was. All right, so they drive off the lions. Whew. Okay, old, our horsemen were getting ready to ride off when the NPCs started getting eaten, but they won. Sometimes you just got to stick to your spear, right? You just got to stay in formation. All right, so that was just what happened when it came across. Now, let's see what happens 2 hours into their journey. So basically, from where we're at, right here, so that's going to be 4 hours, so half a day, and then the next part will be there. For the planes, so they'll basically, at the end of the day, they'll be right in there. All right, so they are in a forest. I think that changes their danger roll a little bit. So, yeah, woods or forest. So, a 1 or a 2, and it's danger. 6, it's another discovery. All right, so they managed to get through the forest and through the most of the plains. 8. We had something in the plains when we went through the first time, and that was a ruins of a settlement. We've already been through. This is where we found Rumble. These are the rapids, and then this is where Rumble came to rest, literally. And then they went through the forest, just got attacked, and nothing through the plains because there's nothing new. We already had our encounter roll for the day. It's not a new hex. And so as nighttime comes, we find ourselves in our local forest, in the environment of Targon Village. Well, a couple miles away. And I think we're probably going to rule. I think I'm going to rule that, we're close enough. We've been traipsing through the woods enough that we're not going to have any encounters. All right, so they make it back to Targon Village the next day, and they get to Lord Pendry's manor, and let's see. Oh, okay. Alas, that was a roll for does she Morgana, does she come out and visit? So that's a no plus something. All right, so she does not come out. Now that could be that 1 makes it a little more. She doesn't come out, but okay, so she doesn't come out to visit, but it's because she's not there. Morgana, I mean, that's what I'm talking about. That little sort of burgeoning relationship between Lucas and Morgana. Lord Pendry comes out, And he says, I could sense immediately when you succeeded. Tell me, what did you see? He's already paid. Well, no, he wants the mercenaries to speak and everything too, because they're the 3 survivors are getting their bonus and they're getting the extra shares because the others died. So they spend the day talking about everything they saw and what happened, the farmhouse collapsing, the voice. It never said it was the architect. You know, the elemental didn't say, I am the voice of the architect. But they have a pretty good idea that that's who was speaking through the elemental. So they describe how they defeated, and Lord Pendry is very impressed because, you know, that was a 10th level. That was a 10th level elemental that you first and second level dudes took out. They describe all the deaths of the soldiers, the mercenaries, and Lord Pendry is so impressed he gives our heroes 500 gold. That may have been the price anyway. I don't remember. But anyway, 500 gold seems a lot. Maybe it should be more. I don't know. Fantasy economy is always kind of confused me as why that should be. But he's very impressed and grants him this. Does he give him anything like super duper special? Oh yes, he does. But you know what? It doesn't matter. And the reason it doesn't matter is because, well, I guess it does matter. I'll go ahead and determine it. Let's see. So he's going to give them, I'm going to say that's a magical item. He's granted them a bonus magical item. All right. What is our magical item? Okay, it's a weapon. Oh, light melee weapon. Crazy dog. All right, so it's a light melee weapon with a minor effect. Let's see. Or, well, let's see what the effect is. 2d6, I guess. 7. All right, so it is a minor effect. 3 spell circle, 1 to 2 per day. Okay, so it is I don't know what kind of. It's a light melee weapon. Dagger, rapier, short sword. Let me decide. I'm just gonna decide it's a dagger. It's a big dagger, which is light melee weapon, and it says it has a spell circle, 1 or 2. Let's see, once per day. All right, so let's see what that is. 1 or 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so first level. Need my D12. 8. Read languages. That's all the magic in this land. It's all read languages. Although that's, I have to say, that's not really the worst thing. I think I'll take it though. She's, okay, dagger of read languages. Mark that down. Dagger of read languages. Okay, once per day. So that could actually, yeah, maybe be helpful. Let's see. I don't think it gives. I mean, I guess it counts as a magical weapon for that. Yeah, okay. +1 and the damage. That's a separate die roll. All right. So he takes that and he tucks it away, and he's grateful for his bonus. But the reason I was kind of saying didn't matter is because I'm going to put this campaign on pause. I had fun with it, but I think it's after just 15, 16 sessions for a solo game. I feel it's a good stopping point to move on to something else. Um, and I will say that was fun. I had a lot of fun interpreting those roles, and that's always good. And I'll be honest, I really and this is something to also keep in mind because this character, Maureen Kears, she was suboptimal. She was weak and stupid, right? But she still accomplished some pretty incredible feats and survived. I really, I really did not expect her to survive at all. I thought he was kind of in doubt for a little while too, but it's a good reminder that sometimes when you roll up a crappy character, that doesn't really mean they're hopeless, right? And she would have even been less hopeless if perhaps played by a dedicated player. I was kind of the GM and just kind of GM player, kind of moving the story along. But she was hopeless. She well, I think I initially rolled. She had 1 hit point, in which case she would have died. But I used the minimum start hit point thing, um, and she got some pretty good licks in there on her time, and she was a pretty interesting character. But it was still fun. I had a good time. Um, I'm probably going to be moving on to another project, another maybe a solo campaign here in a little bit. But I do once again, I highly recommend Forge. It has a great system, especially if D20 is your thing. Because even though not D20 is not my favorite, there really is something about rolling a 20. There's just it's just something. Uh, it beats rolling a 5, doing percentiles or whatnot. Uh, there's just something about rolling that nat 20, man. Nat 20. So, anyway, it's a great system. I'm going to keep it around. And maybe someday in the future, I might pull these guys back out and send them on another adventure. Uh, I wouldn't hold my breath uh, you know, if that's what you want to see. But I had a blast. Hope you enjoyed the ride and happy gaming.